It's the year 2025. Yep, it's been quite a while since the battle between Rajinikanth and Vijay peaked in year 2023, and for all the drama surrounding the event, where Sarath Kumar called Vijay as the next superstar, and Vijay smiled in agreement without refuting it or without showing his humble side, created a ruckus which ended with a strong reply from Rajini's side with the anthem song Hukum and Jailer film, which became one of the biggest hits of Rajini's career. Towards the end of that period, Rajini went out of his way to speak on stage saying that it doesn't look good for relatively junior hero like Vijay and superstar Rajinikanth be made to look as if they are not on the same page. And he advised the fans to focus on their respective stars rather than throwing mud at each other. Something along these lines, not the exact words, but along these lines. But still, the fans' feelings were still hurt. And generally speaking, Vijay's fan base being on the younger side, they went all out on social media, and lots of ugly images were created, ugly words were thrown about, and it did not give a good image to how to say fanboyism in the Tamil Nadu film industry. It did not look good, in other words. But eventually, the heat got turned down, despite some people from both sides of the camp trying to stir things up. For example, Ratna Kumar, who's Loki's assistant director in Leo, started talking about how an eagle must come down to eat, meaning that he was trying to be sarcastic about Rajinikanth saying that one must act like an eagle and fly high and not like a crow. So those things. Then subsequently, Ratna Kumar did not join the Coolie team and so on, and so slowly things simmered and calmed down a bit. Things became relaxed a bit. So Vijay went on into politics. He had a strong, in fact, extreme support from his father, because his father, in fact, jumped the gun. His father, the director S.A. Chandrasekhar, in fact, jumped the gun and tried to get together a political party even before Vijay's go ahead, and that resulted in that famous court case whereby Vijay apparently sued his parents besides some other people, right? But subsequently, Vijay got his people together, Basi Anand and so on, Basi or Busi, whatever that is, and started moving towards politics. Most likely, they learned the lesson from what happened to Rajinikanth, because when the golden opportunity presented itself in 1996, Rajinikanth did not jump into the what do you call it, the ring, so to speak, and he decided to sort of let people who he supported to run the show. And at that period of time, Rajini's power in the south was so strong that he even got involved in Andhra or Telugu politics to a certain extent. But anyway, he preferred to sort of watch from the sidelines in those years. But finally, when he felt he was ready, at a period when both Jayalalitha and Karnanidhi were not in the scene, unfortunately, age caught up with him, and then Corona happened, and he also found that it was difficult for him to speak freely, because when you speak as a cinema artist, people clap, but when you speak as a politician, people pick apart your words, and so his flow in that arena was sort of halted. And so probably Vijay and Chandrasekhar and Joseph Vijay felt that they better act early, right? If they ever want to go into politics, then this is the time. If they also wait until Vijay is 60 or 70, especially the fact that Vijay's acting range has some limitations. He is a very popular star, no doubt. He gives relatively simple movies that audience can just sit back, enjoy, clap their hands and go back home. He's not going to mold his body like Kamal Hassan or Vikram or even Surya. He is not as versatile as Rajini, in a sense that he never went into Bollywood, he doesn't carry extreme makeups very well and so on. He's got a very narrow range with which to work in, and with a lot of support from his family and some people, he had been able to move forward. Okay, nothing against Vijay, but it's just the reality of it. And everybody should. What's good about Vijay though is that he sort of identify what he is, and he relentlessly focuses on that with discipline. He's good at dancing. He makes sure he puts out his movies regularly. He makes sure to satisfy his fans. He doesn't like go into too much experiments. But whatever he tries to go off the track a bit, like films like Coolie and so on with the makeup and everything, just most makeup unfortunately does not suit Vijay somehow. He's just limited to that narrow range of the hair combed back and with a small moustache or like that, right? That's just his limitation. So due to all those factors, despite being quite an introvert, okay, you can see the gate in his house, and you can see how much he interacts with fans compared to if you see Rajinikanth. Every time there's Deepavali or any function, he'll come out of the gate, show Vanakkam, say hi to fans, reporters and so on, or in airport he chit chats and so on. So Vijay doesn't do that. Again, nothing against him, maybe his personality is just he's just an introvert. Okay. And interestingly enough, post corona, the culture of working from home, the culture of just using Google Meet or Zoom or these kind of technologies has risen, and the younger generation is probably okay with it. They don't mind the so-called politician who does not come to the ground, who does not stand with the people. Probably a lot of people don't mind. So if Vijay plays his cards right, some might say it's Machiavellian, but politics is all about that. So if you were to accuse that Vijay's rise in cinema was due to nepotism and calculation and all this exploitation and if need be, even after announcing entry to politics, smoke, drink in posters and all, as long as it can make ticket sales, right? That's the amount of ethics. Of course, who is saying that Rajini is one of the biggest free enterprises of cigarettes or smoking in any film industry for that matter, any hero worldwide I think for that matter, and that's something that Rajini should look into quite seriously. But anyway, back to Vijay. So he did that if that means more ticket sales, right? And so now he's going into politics. So those who talk about ethics and doing the right thing and all know that in real life the nice guy is gonna get killed, gonna get chopped off. The first person to go will be him. So real world is like that. People betray, people backstab, people selfish, right? So maybe a person who is very introverted, focused on his goals and ambitions, and even a bit selfish, market driven like Vijay, he might be perfect fit for the job, and maybe he might end up doing something good as well, right? Who knows? So his strategy has been go into politics, while Rajini decided to pursue cinema further, and they seem to have diverged. Okay. Now suddenly out of the blue, when Rajinikanth's film is announced, the Coolie's OTT selling price is announced as 120 million, and Vijay's so-called Vijay's camp media, which is the three guys who talk on YouTube every day, those guys known to have received gold coin from Vijay, they themselves announced 120 crore Coolie film rights sold, and then after a few days suddenly the U-turn saying that no, it's actually much less than that, it's only 110 crores. And Vijay's film was not 115 but 121 crores, just to go 1 crore above Rajini. That seems like too obvious, It's like, it sounds as if like Team Vijay suddenly said, oh no, we can't give the impression we are behind Rajini. So somehow made the anchors revisit their words. So knowing the fact that they are in the Vijay camp, so that does kind of sound biased. And some people say that in fact Coolie's OTT has not been finalized, so it can be more than 120. So what do you guys think about this? Is Vijay Rajini battle going to continue on 2025?